it's Melissa. Happy Wednesday. I'm in my bathroom today. Might be the most awkward Facebook Live ever. Okay, so here's the deal. Hi. I started this project last night, look. And I didn't tell Bob that I did it. I literally was just like, I'm just gonna cut this vinyl. I've been wanting to tile I vinyled this tile for like 3 years since we moved here. This is the guest bathroom, and so I figured not a lot of people go in here, but it's also like very plain. And so I just started laying down vinyl like anybody else. This is my toilet. I was gonna sit up here and then I thought that would be even more awkward. So anyway, I just wanted to show you how quick and easy this project. I'm sorry?
Why are you doing this in the bathroom?
Hi, squat down here so they can see you.
This is awkward.
Yes, I know. They can't see you. Squat down.
The saying of two people in the bathroom is just weird.
I know, and tell them, like, the tripod is in the shower, so that's cool. What? Okay, but I'm going to show them how to put the vinyl on here.
This is not good.
Okay, well, maybe this won't be one you can help me with because there's not enough room.
No, Mama and Papa are not going to like it.
Mama and Papa aren't going to like it? Well, Mama and Papa, I'm sure they'd rather have this than stay at a hotel. Okay, so anyway, what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to do this. It's very easy. Like, I'm going to need you to get up because I have to close the door because we're going to do one back here, okay? Okay, so what we have is I literally just took a 12 by 12 or a 12-inch roll of vinyl and I cut a bunch of these. These are, this design, are you coming in or out? Okay, so this design is on Sofanti. I forgot to link it, but I'll get it for you. And what I would suggest if you're going to do this, what I would suggest if you're going to do this is to pick a design that's pretty simple and easy. See how large these pieces are? That makes it very easy to not only cut and weed, but then put it on the tile, okay? Blake, seriously.
What are you doing?
I need to put it on this tile here. So
Here.
you come over here. Or you sit on the toilet.
Why? No.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, I worked on all the full-size tiles first. I obviously have to measure your tile, and mine are like about 13 inches, and so since I had 12-inch vinyl, I thought this is fine. You're not gonna help?
No, I don't know what to do when you're just making me move.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, this is a very small bathroom. Anyway, so I have my sheet here, and then I'm gonna use some transfer tape. And actually what I figured out is that you can use the same transfer tape for multiple of these. Okay, so just going to cut this here. I like when it has the grid line on the back because then I can use that to make sure it's straight. Okay? Okay, so get all of your supplies and close your door and I figured like I knew Bob wasn't going to want me to do this or wasn't going to like it because all of my projects, I start, if I tell him the idea, he's like, that's not going to look good. And then once it's all said and done, then he's like, oh, okay, I like it. Plus it's too late to like go back. And so I just do it. I don't tell him. I mean, when it's not a big deal. Like if he really hated this, okay, fine, I'll just pick it off, right? But this is what I just bought these lights for outside and he didn't like them. And I was like, you know what, they're already up, we're not taking them down. Now, 2 weeks later, he's lived with them, he likes them. So I just learned after 15 years of marriage and 21 years together that sometimes ignorance is bliss, and when you tell him something and it's too late, then you know, he just lives with it. And plus, this is really not a big deal. He doesn't have to see it because he doesn't come in this guest room. At least I don't think he does. Anyway, okay, so I have my transfer tape on top. And now I'm just going to peel this back. Okay, and this is another reason why you want a design that's not too difficult because it will be easier to get to all like cooperate on your transfer tape. All right, so I'm pulling it off, but then I'm actually going to put oops, I got a little wrinkle there, that's okay. I'm actually going to put it back on there in a second, and you'll see why. Okay, those of you just joining, yep, in my guest bathroom right now, on the floor, of this very small area. This was just like builder, we built this house and this was just, we basically ran out of money by the time we got to the guest bathroom, and this is just builder grade tile. So I'm fancying it up. So I'm gonna use this one. Now, before I just plop this down on here, I pulled it up so that it's mostly on the transfer tape, but then I'm gonna put it back down on the backing, okay? Just kind of loosely, all right? And then I'm going to position this on the block, on the tile. Now, I don't know if you can see. It doesn't look like you can. I'll see if I can bring you closer. There's really not a lot of room here. Can you see here? Okay, so what's going on is I actually am gonna need it to be like this, okay? So I'm not gonna need the whole thing. So I'm gonna have to cut it. But I just eyeball it and I see like where these are here compared to these. And then I take a piece of tape and I'm gonna use the hinge method, okay? It's okay if it's not exact, we'll fix that. Okay, so this allows me, okay, can you see? All right, so now, this is in position exactly where I want it, okay? And now, get your scissors close. Can you still see? Oh, geez. You should have seen me last night trying to do this. Trying to be real stealth and quiet so that he wasn't like, what are you doing in the bathroom? Why are you cutting all of that vinyl? Okay, so once you have it like that, I've peeled this up and this sheet is still here. Now I'm going to trim this. This is just the traditional hinge method. Now you lay this piece down and that sticks to the tile, okay? You see what's going on? And now I can pull my hinge up. You can save this piece, okay? So just save that for later. And now I can fold this over. Actually, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna about where that. Okay, so I know about there. So this is another reason that I like the grid lines, because I can trim closely. Now, if you, on the full squares, it's obviously much easier because you can just plop the whole thing down. Still, I would recommend the hinge method. But for this one, and like this one over here where, well, you can't see it right now, but where I had to go around the base of the toilet, you're gonna need to use like an X-Acto knife to carefully trim the vinyl. Okay, so right now it's up against the wall, and that's okay. I'm going to get that. I'm going to use my scraper, and I'm gonna, can you see? Okay, I'm gonna go like this, okay? Scrape the whole thing down, and then I'm gonna use my peel off the transfer tape. Now here's the thing, you can reuse this transfer tape, okay? So don't like crinkle it up because you can use it for your next tile too. Okay, now, oops. Okay. All right. Now, you are going to flatten. So I have a little spot here that's crinkled. You can usually just peel your whole thing back up and take it out. Okay. Any bubbles, if you have a bubble, don't fret. Again, another reason why it's nice to have large, solid pieces because you can kind of pick them back up. And then I use like a pin. Oh my God, there's 700 of you watching while I'm in my bathroom? Jeez. Okay, if you have a bubble, you just poke it real quick with a little top of a pin, and then use your scraper and get it out. Okay, so now this is what Blake was playing with, my X-Acto knife. So now I'm gonna very carefully run it along here. And this way I can make sure it cuts through before you start peeling. Okay? Okay, and so there we have that. Now I have a little spot, I'm just gonna work it out. Okay? And that's all you do. And you're just gonna keep doing that. Now I'm gonna try to open this door so you guys can see a larger area because this is a big thing. Okay, hold on. Oh my God, I can't believe I brought you into my bathroom. Okay, so let me put you back in the shower. Can you see? Okay, so see? So obviously still have a couple of tiles I need to do. And if you want to stick around, I can show you how I'm going to do this one. Okay, we only need, obviously for this one, we only need part of the tile to go around. And so if you want to stick around, I'm going to do that one too. Okay. If you don't want to stick around, actually I'm going to make it a little easier on myself. I'm going to do this one, which you can't see at all. Okay, I'll pull it right down there. Now you can see. Okay, so what I'm going to do, use the same sheet of transfer tape. Okay. Just lay that down. Oops. And here's the thing with the tiles, if any of them, where'd my scraper go? If any of them don't cut correctly, you can still save them because inevitably you're gonna have tiles like this one where you only need half. Okay, so you can just use the good half. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, get my tape, where's my tape? Okay, you can't see me, but I can see you, sort of. Okay, I'm gonna line this up, and I'm just gonna kind of mark with a fold where this needs to go. Okay, and then with the grid line, I'm going to trim it. And obviously you can then use your other half. If your other half or piece is still usable, save it because you can use it for another partial tile. Okay, so now I have it like this. Okay, I'm going to use my same piece of tape with my hinge method. Okay, the hinge method keeps everything in place while you're working. Okay, you want to make sure it all sticks. If you guys know, if you have trouble getting to stick, pull the back side off. Feel the backing off. I strategically picked a design that was not terribly intricate. You still see? Okay, so that way, I wouldn't be struggling with trying to weed it. Okay, not weed it on the transfer tape. Okay, and I literally am just eyeballing it based on where these are lining up within each tile. Okay, so once that's down, the transfer tape itself is holding everything in place. You're going to peel that off. Again, you can use this again later, so you can save it. Flip this back and peel off the backing. Okay, and then get your scraper and lay it down. Now, certainly if Bob knew how much work I was working in here, he wouldn't want me to take this all off when he comes home and sees I'm almost done, right? Okay, don't worry. And this vinyl, this isn't just adhesive, but this is super thin, and so you can barely even feel it. And again, I'm doing this in my not in my master, and not in my kids, and not in my powder room. I'm doing it in a guest room, which unfortunately hasn't been used a whole lot in the last 6 months, but it's an area that doesn't need to be cleaned a whole lot, so there's not going to be a lot of abrasive, walking. There's not a whole lot of use in here, but I did want to fancy this little area up a little bit, okay? So now I can see, where's this piece? So now I have this piece left, and I can see where can this one fit. This one can fit right here. Unfortunately, I'm missing 2 of these over here, but that's okay. I'm just gonna use it and I'll fill those in later. So again, if you wanna stick around, I'm here. Maybe I need to pull this up a little bit. Anybody who's watching, I literally can't read anything. So I'm gonna do the same thing where I kind of fold down to mark. Actually, let's put this down first so we know. This just painter's tape. I'm sorry that you can't see me. I'm trying to make it so you can see the floor. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. Okay, I'm gonna pull that back up in a second after I see exactly where I need to cut. And you can trim this vinyl before or after you actually apply it, but I think if you can, it's easier if you do it beforehand. Okay, just going to use the grid line on the back. Okay, and I think I actually need another piece of tape because this one's kind of, the one end is difficult to, just having trouble sticking. Okay, and I'll put this back on here. And can you see? Okay. And I'm going to stick that down. It's still going to need a little bit of trimming. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can move this again. I'm going to take a picture of my setup after I'm done this so you guys can see how this setup is. Okay. Also, this is a good project if you're trying to need a little time to yourself, moms, because everyone has been around you for the last 24/7, what? Are we counting the days yet? Like 150 some days? I don't know how many days it's been. It's been a lot of days. But anyway, they think you're in the bathroom. So my kids have at least learned anyway that don't bother me in the bathroom. So they thought I was in the bathroom all this time. And they didn't. They never asked what I was doing. I think they actually thought I was going to the bathroom. So it was pretty tricky. All right. Okay. Cutting off the back. The backing. Okay. This is tough at that angle. Okay. But that just holds it down, as you know. Okay. Remove your hinge. Fold back and we will remove the backing. Okay. And if you use the scraper as you press down, especially when you're along these, like the edge, I'm right under the vanity, you can see, then you'll get a nice crease there and you'll be able to cut that with, where did I put my, oh, here. Okay, so we'll trim, pull that off of there. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but it is a little bit up on the bottom of the vanity, and so I do just want to trim right where the tile line is, and I'm just using an X-Acto knife to do that, and then remove that piece. Don't tear it, because you won't get a clean cut, okay? You still see? I have to do this 3 times because I have 3 separate pieces. Oh, my blade came out. Okay, now, oh geez. Okay, so this was the last piece. I have to go cut more, so I showed you guys everything that I have. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna try to give you a wide shot. Let's see if I can just cut this last piece. So this goes, I don't know how long we've been on here, but this is a pretty quick project, especially if you're in a tiny little bathroom like I am. The thing that takes the longest, obviously, is when you have to go around all these small areas, which is why I left it. Let's see. I haven't done around the toilet area at all yet, except this one. This is my shower door. Yes, you are in the shower. Okay, but this is, let me get out of here so you can see, okay? So, oops. I have obviously a couple more to do. Some behind the door. But these are we're each cut out of 12 by 12 sheets, okay? And it literally just jazzes this plain bathroom up a little tiny bit. Okay. Woo! I really was like, what am I going to do Facebook Live on today? And then I thought, you know what? I'm not going to fight this anymore. I'm just going to go in my bathroom and I'm going to show them what I'm actually working on. Because I typically don't do projects. People always ask, like, what do you do with all that stuff? This time I'm actually using it. Okay, so ta-da! You made it to my bathroom. Those of you asking how to seal it, I am not actually going to seal this. I'll just pull you back out here so hopefully you can see a little bit. Hold on. I'm trying to get it so you can see. Hello from California. Hello, neighbor. Okay. I'm really resisting sitting on the toilet because I feel like that would be super awkward and this stuff goes on YouTube and I just don't need that. But anyway, someone's asking how are you sealing it? I'm not going to seal it. As I said, I specifically am doing this in my guest bathroom, which isn't used a whole lot. And so I'll probably also have one little small rug or maybe like so it won't be an area it's not like the kitchen. It's not like my master bath or my kids or even my regular powder room. It's very, very thin and this is permanent vinyl. So you want to use the thinnest vinyl you can so that it's not peeling up when you're just walking on it, okay? You also want to be strategic about the design that you're picking. As you can see, most of this design is a big, large piece. There are a couple of small pieces on each one, but they're really stuck down there. And because this doesn't get a lot of traction, it doesn't get a lot of use, it should be just fine, okay? All right, so that's that. Thanks for joining me in the bathroom today. Hope you guys learned a little something, and I'll see you soon.